We are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. On the ground, this is Gtowncapp. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen. And he will have a Dolphins first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll go down at the 28. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Tua now on first down. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard on the Seahawks 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Mostert. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Now this time, Tua's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A very lengthy opening drive, as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up, because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Smith here, an audible at the line.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Geno. And this one is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a give to Mostert running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 2nd down, Tua. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down the 47-yard line.
The 2nd down pass, intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
There we go, throw it!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
13.
Now Geno. He misses it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Smith now to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They snap it to Smith. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
10 yards on the pickup.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. And the Seahawks first down.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Second down and a yard. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Reek Woolen. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Now it's Smith. And this will be caught by Gtowncapp for a Seahawk touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw caught by Achane. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is a half with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And back deep is DJ Dallas. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Hill on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Yeah, well, the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Third down, here comes Mostert. Taking it right down Broadway. He may go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 66 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7.
Seahawks 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll try the air now with Smith. There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day. 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Play action, now it's Tua. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Seahawks 13. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. They'll try for the first with Walker. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, here's Tua. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 26 yards. And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Smith. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Geno, meanwhile, tossing complete there to Smith and Jigba. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Seahawks first down.
Again, Smith. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. This is caught inside the 15. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Hey, it's a clip.
Here's Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's into the clear. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Dallas now to return it from his end zone.
DJ Dallas on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
42-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Throwing is Smith. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Where they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physical. physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
21G, 21G.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And the opening kickoff will not be returned. Will be a touchback. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Completes it to the tight end Smythe. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Now a 3rd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Middle.
Again, it's Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Lock it in motion right. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Well, they need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday. Indy. Hey, go flip her up. Hey, go
Smith. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Lockett, the motion man right.
Middle.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Once again, it's Mostert. Broken tackle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Dolphins 7.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Looking to pass. Tua steps away. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. On the move to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Center's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They snap it to Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Geno. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Hey, here we go, hey.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down.
And now Smith going to change the play.
Thirteen X.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Geno now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
All right, come on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Hey, come up two.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Go ahead.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he
throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Check 59, check 59, cover.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And that'll be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hold.
Now Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Solo left Zion.
Tua now on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to